This is a 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie with the HEMI. And we have to drive this truck today because we have to answer the question, is the HEMI worth it? I borrowed this truck from Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah. This truck is available for sale. They actually have a few more here too. Let's go ahead and check out the window stickers so you guys see the options and features on this build. At the very top is the description. Base price comes in at $64,180. And then bright white is the paint. Then this is a short listing of the standard features. And it now has a 355 on this truck. It used to be a 321 or 323. 26-gallon fuel tank, so you definitely want to upgrade that. Now, starting off the options is the Sport Appearance Package for $1995. Laramie Level 1 is $395. All with a floor liner, $215. $392, which gives you max tow with that $1,200 5.7. Rear wheelhouse liners, trailer brake controller, and then destination comes in at $25.95 with a total price of $71,490. And then here are the fuel economy numbers off to the side. The HEMI is back, and boy is this truck expensive. 65 G's for a Laramie. So you do get a lot of nice features that come standard. Now on this truck, you guys see on the front end, you have those front parking sensors. Sport Appearance gives you that nice sporty painted grille with the black accent in the center. There is some chrome still on the truck, which is not a big deal, and if you want, you can always delete it after the fact. If you want that camera right here, which makes up that 360 camera view, that is an option. However, adaptive cruise control does come standard. No front recovery hooks, full LED headlights and fog lights. However, your turn signals are going to be incandescent bulbs. But overall, I like the design on this truck, and the main reason why we get the Sport or Night Edition package is to get this Sport Performance hood. It just finishes off the truck perfectly. Here's some of the badging. And then let's take a quick peek at the suspension. You guys will see, you have that dual wishbone coilover setup, and you guys see the liner. It is plastic. And then here's a quick peek at the tires. These are the Bridgestone Dueler HLs, which are basically highway tires, and 275 55/20, which is 31.9 inches tall, 10.8 inches in width, so they're pretty wide, I would say. It's about what the HD tires are for width. Love the wheel design. You have that machine face with like a great accent. And if you care to see the capacity, it's right here. It's going to be 2,535 pounds at 44 PSI. Love the fender flares. Symbol of protest. You know, Ram is the truth tellers now. They told the truth. You know that, right? Painted door handles. I like the monochromatic look. It just really fits well. No running boards, but this truck doesn't sit that high, in my opinion. Black mirror caps, and it has like a little bit of metallic flake there too. Turn signals, convex. Don't know why every half-ton truck doesn't have this. Blind spot monitoring, and these mirrors are heated. Smart key system, more chrome on those badges. Definitely upgrade your fuel tank. 26-gallon fuel tank comes standard, and I believe they have a 33-gallon available. Air suspension is available, but this has the coils out back. That liner inside of there was an option, as you saw. No LED tail lights, however, on this trim level. Dual exhaust, parking sensors. You have your 7 and 4 pin for your trailer. LED lights, and then there is a light here. So if you're hooking up your trailer at night, because that's a class 4 hitch. And there's your spare tire. Man, what kind of tire is that? It's a nice looking tire. I'm gonna have to one day pull that down and see what it is. This truck did have the 392, no lockers. This is gonna probably have an anti-spin. Or actually, not even that. It's probably gonna have an open diff, I would say. Probably open diff. This is assisted. You can get 2.4 kilowatts of power. You guys see up there? Those are your bed lights, power sliding glass with defrost. And the tailgate is pretty lightweight, so pretty easy to do. And here's a nice side view. It's a good looking truck. I'm definitely excited to see that V8 back under the hood. This truck would not be what it is today without that engine. And Ram knows that, and that's why they went against the grain, got this symbol of protest on the side of their trucks to remind people that you have to do right by your customers. Doesn't matter what the world says, it matters what makes sense, and people want to buy V8s. This engine has done really well for Ram, and the reality is they can make this so much better. So the Hurricane engines have their place. They're great engines. They have ridiculous performance, and as I've shown you guys, fuel economy ain't that great, but when you're this high above sea level, this naturally aspirated V8 does suffer. Now this truck does have the 392, which helps a little bit, but it is lacking the power. So 395 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque is decent, but when you hear how much horsepower the standard output Hurricane has, and then when you hear what the high output has, it's just simply outgunned. So I'm glad that the HEMI's back, but hopefully they do updates in the future to make it even better. All that power I mentioned goes through an 8-speed transmission, which is probably the most reliable transmission in the segment. Let that sink in for a second. Inside, the Laramie is still one of the best trims you can buy in the half-ton segment. One of my favorite things is the seats. I love how wide the seat cushions are, and they're pretty deep too, I would say. Maybe one day what I'll do is I'll get every half-ton truck and show you guys the seats. That way you have an idea just how big these seats are. I think Toyota and Ram might have the biggest. Now when you go up higher in trim level for the Ford F-150, they do get a little bit bigger too, so maybe one day I'll have to do a comparison. You guys see it has the power pedals down below, automatic headlights, fog lights, you guys saw that, electronic parking brake, tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Now let's go ahead and jump in really quickly. You guys see seat memories, you have the power fold function for the outside mirrors, and auto up and down for the front windows, and you have to hold it for the rear. Now for this truck, this is the first time the HEMI V8 has had drive modes. Let's go ahead and start her up. So when you rev it, let's see. Actually, that sounds so good. I understand why people like these V8s. It doesn't change the sound when you put it in sport mode, but you guys see right there, it does put it in full drive auto. Okay. Now this does have the 12-inch display. You have the single charger for your phone, and overall this interior is really, really nice. I think that Ram really hit it out of the park back in 2019, because I don't think there's much they could really do to make it better. Now you guys see you have a 115-volt power plug right there. On the roof you have the black liner. Some manufacturers will give you that lighter color roof. Home link. You can drop the tailgate. You can slide that rear glass right there. Those seats back there do recline. Actually, let's jump back there really quickly. Look at how wide this door opens. Also, they do provide some storage below here. And you can recline the second row, which you don't see on any other half-ton pickup. And these do come out too. You have this on both sides. Outboard heated seats, tons of USBs, power plug back here, seat back pockets. This is a big cab. Flat floor surface, and a true flat floor surface, and it's pretty far down too, so your legs aren't in your stomach sitting back here. You guys see right here, you can drop down the headrest, and you have a center armrest right here. It's been a while since I've driven a Ram truck with a HEMI. I will admit though, having that rumble feels really good. I understand why some people prefer this over the 6-cylinder. The 6-cylinders are quicker for sure, but this just feels better. Oh yeah. Oh man, so smooth. The port injection is going to be a little bit quieter compared to the direct injection, and you can really tell a difference. I love the brake feel on this truck too. It's always been great. That low end torque is a big selling factor too. I think that when you drive the 6 cylinders with the turbos, they don't have as much delay as they did in the past. Like when you drove turbocharged cars like 20 years ago, you can really feel that turbo taking its time to spool up. But today you don't have those issues. I mean, there's just so much more advancement in the turbocharger. It's not even funny. But these brakes, I really like the way the brakes feel with these Ram trucks. I mean, the readouts on this truck are great. So if you want to see, you know, some of your temperatures, for example, you can come here and they have like a nice layout. This is a 7-inch screen too, by the way. I'll show it to you here in a second. But yeah, it shows you all the temperatures. Our coolant, transmission, oil temp. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, I am planning on doing a video comparing this with this standard output Hurricane. I left my Banks gauge at my house, and I want to get that so you guys can see temperatures, things like that off of that system, and of course I can show you the RPM. But yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're gonna get on the highway really quickly, show you guys a little bit of acceleration. But yeah, the HEMI's back, and this is a good engine. Sounds good, has decent power, and I've towed in the past with this engine and it does great. Man, I really can't get over how well these brakes feel. Yeah, I wonder if they've done anything different with them. They just feel a little bit better. Wow. It doesn't feel as quick as the Hurricane, but it's not too far behind. No road noise from these tires. When you get tired of off-road tread patterns, this is just the next best thing. I mean, I don't feel any jolts, nothing in the steering wheel. A lot of body roll, by the way. Oh wow, they're a little bit softer sidewall probably, but you don't feel anything in the steering wheel, but it's nice and tight. And I'm willing to bet you the drive mode that I'm in is probably helping. By the way, the MDS system just came on. You see it says Eco right below the low fuel indicator. So the cylinder deactivation is basically present. So yeah, that system, I would love to see that go away. You can disable it by just going here and then locking in 8th gear. If you're on a highway, you can just do it right then and there. That way you don't have to go up to it. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out the payload capacity so you guys can see how much this truck has for the options and features that are listed on here. Here are the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 3,900 pounds. The rear is 4,100 pounds, which is class leading for standard. Gross vehicle rating is 7,100 pounds. And 20/9 wide wheels. Also 1,512 pounds of payload capacity. Tire pressure is 39 psi all the way around. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure the bell notifications are on. See you guys soon.